But with that small camera, I'm gonna ask you to film me. The first thing I'm gonna do it's gonna take me about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna make some tubs. But I wanna make that pumpkin tech,
Sweet.
okay?
You
So
want a spooky mask to wear? You do.
Oh my God, you always carry masks. What's up with you? Okay. So if you, with this one, because part of doing that, I'll show you guys how I'm gonna make a tub.
Yeah, I'll get right in.
Okay.
All right.
This was back to pumpkin tech.
Oh.
We good there? So we recently carved out this pumpkin. Okay, we recently carved out the pumpkin, and then I fill it with perlite. And then the perlite has been soaked in water, distilled water, and a 10% hydrogen peroxide solution that'll cause it to keep from being too contaminated overall for the life of what we're going to use it for. So I start with that, and then I have this small tray that's going to fit right there. And I actually feel like I need a little more perlite. So kill that camera for now, this camera. And in a few minutes, I'll get some more perlite and continue this.
I'll do a slow-mo when you pour that perlite.
Oh, that's a neat idea. Okay, so in the meantime, let me set this off to the side. We'll start.
You alright?
Yeah, you just step backwards. And we'll start some tubs here with this.
Hell yeah.
You're okay.
I'll get you guys started on a couple of tubs here. Let me show you what I do. Let's put this over there. Scheiße.
Is that cork on the bottom?
No, it's just a MDF material.
You want to get some fresh air or something?
Usually when I'm doing this, I'll probably do about 2 or 3 at a time. Okay? Start 2 or 3 trays at a time. And we have all these trays to get started. But for this particular moment, we're just gonna start one. And then they'll watch us do the one and be able to do one just like this. So the first thing that I do when I go to make one, I'll wait for, oh, no, okay, good. So the first thing I want to do when I make one is I want to go ahead and spray and get my, let's pretend, back up for just a moment, Pops. This right here is a liner.
Sure.
This is virtually a liner in and of itself. We don't often use these for our bulk grows and for the grow house areas, but we do this for test trays and student trays. We'll use these. After I've developed this tray, built this tray, watch what we do. This tray right here can end up going right inside of a monotub. So as soon as not as soon, we usually cover this with some aluminum foil, wait 3 or 4 days, and then take the aluminum foil off and put it inside of its own monotub. And now that's a liner. So that's one way to do it. We also put liners inside tubs and build it inside the tub. But for the purposes of today, we're gonna make a bunch of these trays. And then after they've started colonizing, they'll go inside their own monotubs. So this is our liner. I spray and moisturize the liner. Before we had started, we had already cleaned and wiped out these. ISO sprayed them out so they were pretty clean.
All right, everybody. Now we are getting in and seeing everything. Just making sure we saw the whole setup, everybody. Quit yelling at me. I love y'all.
So then we're going to get my hands nice and clean. This distilled water was for the pumpkin tech.
Just having fun, exception. Just having fun.
I have to bring the peroxide back in. Okay. So what I'll do is I will start, what we're using here is Dynasoil. We often talk about Dynasoil and we're real pleased to be friends with them, but I don't talk about it as friends. I more talk about it as they have an amazing product because it's our proprietary blend of cocoa vermiculite and a tortoise rescue droppings that they use to help mineralize their soil. It comes already, you see me, I'm having to open it because it's been sealed. It's already pasteurized and it's already the appropriate field capacity when they send it to you. So it helps a lot. Later in a couple other videos we're going to show you later, we'll show you our own substrate that we use, but right now we're using the Dynasoil for this video. And it's a great product. Add some.
Exception. I should ask my friends with turtles to collect their poo for me.
I wouldn't, you know what, it's probably really valuable.
It's probably a good idea.
I don't know what the percentage of Dynasoil they put in this is though. So I just put enough in here to kind of fill the bottom of my liner. You can pretend this is up inside of a whole mono tub if you wanted to, because this is where it's gonna end up going. But it's sometimes nice to just work this way. So I'm gonna make sure that there's enough substrate in the bottom of my liner and all around. And then I add some more water. I moisten to where it's glistening. I use the word glisten, where you sort of just see a glistening effect. And I know even though this came in a field capacity, I know that it needs just a little more water will help it as I blend it. I'm going to take two quart jars. We're gonna end up with about 2 pounds here, total soil substrate. And we're gonna take 2 quart jars and donate to this.
This is dry substrate?
It's dry spawn.
Spawn.
If that's what you mean. The
Yeah,
substrate
spawn.
you saw glisten.
That's right. Dry spawn.
It's not as dry as you think, but it hasn't been soaked because, wow.
That's awesome. Nice. That all came out.
Come on over here and smell this. Can you smell that? How amazed, God, I just get amazed by the smell.
Earthy.
Earthy? Isn't it, it's like almost a nutty smell? I don't know that I need it. I'm gonna go ahead and pile another amount of this on there. Let me show them this too. This is interesting.
Please don't say anything exception. We're recording the game. I'm sorry.
This jar was started by a grain to grain transfer, you can tell, because there's where the corn that was donated that started it. But the whole jar itself is actually rye berry. So
You okay, bud? Yes. Good.
I'm good, thank you. I need some air.
Sad a moment. I understand. We all have that. Blood pressure gets dropped a little bit, and it's like, whoops, I gotta go. It's all good.
So I'll get a nice pile like that. And I'm gonna hydrate that a bit.
Alright, hydrate your substrate. And hydrate your spawn.
Look where the corn was in there. The donated corn that started all of this ride. Can you see that? That was the original.
I'm gonna try and
OG
zoom in
brand.
here, guys. Bear with me. Alright.
Now once I've done that, I'm gonna come over the top of it. At the end of the day, I want this pretty close to the top, maybe about a 1/4 inch down from the bottom of the tray. Total amount. But because of all that wetness, remember I put wet on the liner, and then I wet in the top of that first layer. Then I put in the spot and put just the spawn and put in just a little wet. Now I go here. I'm gonna reach all the way down, and I'm gonna start sprinkling all of this in.
Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna go down to the very bottom and bring up all of that moisture. Start doing this big mix.
They're talking about you're using twice the spawn that these people are usually using.
1 quart for 2 pounds. I use 2 quarts for 2 pounds.
There you go, 1/4 pound.
Basically, a 54. If you're using a 54, which is the standard 54, we call it a standard.
Jacob will absolutely do that next time. Thank you.
If you're using a 54 quart Sterilite tub, that's about 5 pounds of substrate and 2 to 2.5 pounds of spawn. 2 to 2.5 pounds of spawn is 4 quarts. So we're doing about half of a 52 right here. That's why we're using 2 quarts. So this is exact correct ratio of 2 to 1. Okay, so see how pretty she's looking? She looks like a little rice cake now, right? Then I'm gonna moisten it again. And now people talk about the word casing. Some people literally will fruit it like, will colonize it like this, and it will. I've done it many, many times. You're done. There you go. You could do it like that. There's another school that'll take and they'll put a frosting over the top of that. They call it a casing. Some people use a different mix altogether than their original substrate mix. Some nutrient-rich, coffee grinds, this and that, gypsum. We don't do anything special. If anything, we'll just use some more of the same substrate. And that is my favorite technique. Once I like to cover this with a light dusting of a little more of the same substrate in the attempt to be nature. Because in nature, right now, if there was a mycelium network beginning to generate, it would also be covered by a field of leaves, twigs, a little bit of road dust. There would be stuff over the top of it that would protect it while it begins to colonize and really grow. So we do that by just putting a little bit more of the same material. It's still, we call it a casing, just because that's how we do it. We're casing the top of our tub. And I just put a little bit more of the top, maybe a 1/4 inch thick or so. And you can see after all of this, we're still about nice little depth still left on our tray, but it's a pretty thick cake. It's gonna end up being about a 2.5 inch thick cake. And for a 2 pound, 2.5 inch thick cake's pretty good. If you get up to the 54s, we like to see the cakes be about 3 inches thick. That is all there is to it. I have one final touch. I always try to keep my edges clean because you're going to see what I do here. Okay? Final touch, one more little bit of morning mist across the mountains, little fog, something you can see the fog rolling across because you're being nature. So we're gonna build this. Let's just get a little glisten on that.
Yes, man, he knows that. He knows that. These are absolutely game changers. Nobody shows this information the way that we do it, so thank you.
Then I'm gonna do this. My final touch for the next 4 days. Let's remember what we're doing here real quick. I apologize if I'm long-winded, but what we're really doing is we're simulating nature. This is the time where the colonizing is going on right subterranean, right below the crust of the earth, right below it. But it's low enough that it's closer to the core of the earth than it is to our air temperature. Air temperature averages around 74. Core, get it lower. She's gonna wanna go into about a 78 degree. And she's gonna wanna go dark because you're below ground. And she's gonna wanna stay there growing for about 10 days underground at about 78 degrees because she's closer to the core of the earth. And we're gonna magically tell it, today's your birthday, day 10, if we like the condition of it. And we're gonna open it up, and then we're gonna turn it into 74 degrees and start turning air across it because now you see the world. Okay?
Natalie O'Neill asks, can you use a lasagna aluminum pan instead of the tray?
Yes,
Yes, you can.
100%. Now be aware that mycelium has proven, so here's my final step, and I'll answer that question. But yes, and we do that. We use liners, we use aluminum trays as liners. Here's my final step for the next 4 days. Dad will remember because we had a big class earlier today about CO2, fresh air exchange, and things like that. But I'm going to literally cover my cake like this. I'll give it maybe 4 little breathing holes.
Thank you, Natalie.
And for the next 4 days,
That's a good question.
I'm gonna leave it just like this. And the CO2 the gases that are starting to develop as it's colonizing more, they're actually trapped under this aluminum foil except for this light leakage. And they're going to promote more colonization. On day 4, I'm gonna take this cover off, and I'm going to, excuse me. On day 4, I will take the cover off because it's going to be pretty appropriately colonized. And now I want to start giving it more oxygen. So let's pretend the cover's off. It'll go inside my monotub. I'll mist all of the walls of my monotub and the lid and close it up, therefore creating humidity. It's now in this humid environment. And I'm going to leave it in there with the lid off for the next 6 days average, and about at the end of 10 days total, it should be ready to move to fruiting conditions. Okay?
Well,
So
Pops, do you ever cold shock your shrooms?
I will cold shock them if they need it,
How do
Yeah.
you know if they need it?
because they start stalling on you, or you found out they were overheated. That there was a point in their process, like sometimes your tent spiked on its heat or something like that. So now you're like, I know it overheated, I have to cold shock it. Cold shock, for the answer to that, cold shock is simply, mycelium wants to live. Who wants to live so bad?
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is if it feels, sometimes heat's the worst, because heat will kill it,
Right.
even though it wants to live. Over 90 degrees, it's pretty fried. Under 70 to 65, it'll go dormant, but it wants to live. And it's sitting in there going, give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance. And as soon as you can get the temperature back up to about 74, boom, it's ready to go. So sometimes cold shock's a good thing.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys saw me make a tray. You're ready to go. Let's make trays. I'll move this one out of the way. Come on. Who's up?
I'll be right back.
I didn't see the beginning part, so I might have
Okay,
to let it
so I'll start over.
out. Alright.
Well, I want to make about 5 trays with you guys. I got it all set up for you. So all I need you to do is spray this down. So first put your gloves on. Glove it up. Let's make some trays.
What did you say, man?
If you guys each made 1 or 2, it'd be perfect. And I got plenty of spawn, and I got plenty
To
of.
to answer, sorry,
That's okay.
answering a question.
That's okay.
To answer your question, our capsules that we use are gluten free. So whatever reaction it might be, I wouldn't include gluten in there. The ground spawn could include the gluten, yes, but I don't know that you have ground spawn in any of the capsules. Like you have.
Who is
So
that?
someone was saying they had like a weird reaction
To our capsule?
to your capsules.
Who is it?
It's
Because I'll know if I sent them anything that had grain, anything other than fruit in it.
Brianna Bella.
Brianna only received fruit. So honestly, Brianna, you only received fruit and you only received vegetarian capsules.
Yeah,
They're vegetarian,
Oh,
gluten free.
scheiße.
I'll show you the label on them.
yeah,
And so if there was some kind of reaction.
yeah.
Wow. Do we want to talk about this right now? Brianna, let me help you. No, go ahead, go ahead.
So, I might a little bit of help off with dirt.
Yeah. I didn't send her ground spawn. So, wait, she's saying it's likely due to,
She has like chronic pain.
I understand, let me hear, let's see. Yeah,
Something just gut rot. Gut rot.
okay. Well, I'm not seeing anything back here.
Eat some of the good stuff, like hit your tummy kind of weird. Gut rot.
Exception, please understand, I understand who and where I sent stuff, and I have lists. And I sent Brianna nothing with grain in it. It was pure fruit. So, Brianna, do me a favor, whatever, I want to help you. If there's something that I can do, if you would DM me, it would be appropriate, rather than this public forum for public ingestion. Yes, actually, no, I wanted you guys to use quarters, just so you could do the same amount I did. I put 2 of these. Let's make sure they're the same strain. I think they are.
GT?
Nope. Good thing I questioned. GT.
All right, Brianna, you're important. All right, please make sure to reach out to Pops. All right, you're super important. So,
What was that?
all right, she.
Well, that's why I stopped what I'm doing, to
Yeah.
find out what are we talking about here. Excuse me. And Brianna, I'm getting ready to close this thing down.
I prefer to just kind of finger blast it out, but like you know, you can use like a sterilized knife too. It's just to get the small ones.
Okay, so, I'm sorry, guys. I got caught on the phone. What I needed us to do, I apologize. Let's dust the bottom of this with some substrate first. Not that. Put a bunch of, fill the bottom of this a good inch so.
You keep it moist, man.
Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. I know.
Why'd you even answer?
Hey,
Because
hey,
when somebody brings up issues of having a reaction of something that I sent them, it's pretty important.
Didn't you just say Google it?
No, I would say that now and then we have other people answering like I sent her something I didn't send. Here, can you feel it? Get a little more right there. Good, good. Yeah, no, that's what I'm looking for.
it's all right, everybody.
So you go about 1 inch in here to get that next time.
Yeah. And let's see, I'm sorry, you guys missed this and I forgot. So now I'm gonna moisten this a bit. Then I would put the spawn on this.
Mhm.
Instead of that.
But don't you still mix it up anyways?
Yeah, so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter a lot. But there's some kind of, yes, do it your way.
Finish breaking this up?
Both of those into there.
Both of them?
And now you can start that.
You got it.
everybody. I'm just gonna move to a better angle here. Earthquake as it is. Try and get everybody in here.
Oh no, I made a mess.
Oh, look at you. Alright. That's a
This
better
is a
shot,
messy
isn't
thing,
it?
which is one of the reasons
Give
I
me a
put
thumbs
these
up
people
for
hanging
this
around there.
better shot, everyone. I think I nailed this shot here.
Uh-oh.
Give me some thumbs up, okay? Let's just make sure we're having a little fun here. Brianna, don't worry about your questions. Make sure you reach out to Pops, okay? It's fine, all right? It's fine. Just kind of a goofy moment. It's okay, all right? Exception, it's all right. It's all right. We got this. It's okay, you goofballs. We're just having fun trying to learn how to do all this, okay? I promise you, nothing. We're just having fun here, so.
It is a riot.
All right. Thank you for those thumbs ups, Haley, Keith. I appreciate that. All right. It's not free lessons. We're sharing our stuff here. All right. Nothing's free here, Keith. You got to share what you do, okay?
And hydrate this up nice.
Nothing's free about this. If you don't share this, then you stole it from us. All right.
He's gonna do this thing.
Do this for yourself. Take some pictures and share it with other
Yes,
people.
excuse me, you're right, you're right.
Brianna.
This time, this time, okay.
Ah.
You're, okay, Mr. Spoon. Okay, so fill that, then glisten your crop.
I got you.
Okay, now cover that and mix. You guys are getting the Zen stuff. This is the time. This is like millions of hours of work, and then boop, I get a farm now. This is literally my favorite part of my college is the day I build tubs. Absolute best part. Tub builders. Isn't it amazing? Look at that.
You see that?
You guys are having too much fun. Here, let's
That's
move.
just strong.
That was good, mate. That was good. So for clarification's sake, for anybody that's still listening on whatever that issue, what's happening with Brianna and exception, et cetera, Pops is pretty impeccable. And I want you guys to understand, all that was about is, and you saw me stop everything I could do here and say, what's the issue? And can we take it to DM? The appropriate place to do it. And I know exceptions involvement was nothing but helpful. Nothing, and no, you did not piss anybody off. All I'm asking is when we have something am involved with, I can help in any way. Sometimes DM is the better place to do that as we try to build the Myco community. That's all. I love you guys all, and I'll try to fix Brianna's issues. I don't know what I've done, and I don't know, but I'll do the best I can. Meanwhile,
I'll be damned. It's corn.
Meanwhile, we gotta watch tubs getting built, and that's more important than anything right now. And the smells down here is blowing me away, by the way, you guys. The smell, it's just like overwhelming, the spawn smell.
Thanks. I use essential oils.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do, Lane.
No, that's
No, I
real.
know you do.
Deodorant's really bad for you, actually. Antiperspirants, full of phthalates.
The silver nitrate in it will eat away at your skin as well, so.
Exactly. You know. I think we all know.
I'm not the only nerd in here, yeah, that's correct.
No, I think most of us have the nerds streaks. I don't think nerd streaks on unread.
Just a little bit more.
Okay, have you glistened off yours?
I have not yet.
Go ahead and glisten it off, and then I would aluminum foil it
Okay.
and line up for another one.
That was quick, Tad.
Got you to exception. We never take stuff personal, and we never make assumptions. I promise I'm not. Promise I practice that. And whatever I can do, whatever happened with Brianna, I will try my best to fix.
What do you mean essential oils? Like
Gotcha, girl.
where do you get them?
So
Sheriff.
You haven't heard of Young Living? Right?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
sheriff.
I get their deodorant, the Young Living deodorant.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff.
Really?
And it's made all with essential oils.
I like that DS. Nerd Herd and Goon Squad.
Yeah.
Okay, Brock, grab this for a minute. And
Sure.
you done?
Poles?
Yep, give me 4, just like you saw Pops pop. And yeah, those are big. Use the scissors. I'm so kidding. I wanted to scream on the camera. But use the scissors anyway. Yeah. Not that it matters. Okay? All right. So set that off to the side with another one and keep going. I'm gonna go grab some more Spawn, and Shay's gonna make a couple. This is real Tom Sawyer time right now. I need you guys to make me 5 or 6 of these.
Why do you keep saying Tom Sawyer?
Because I'm taking advantage of you guys.
Oh.
I'm making you paint the fence while I sit back.
I didn't get it at all.
Yeah. You guys are Huckleberry Finn, and I'm Tom Sawyer, where you guys do all the work. And you're painting the fence, because I made it seem so fun.
Is that what I'm your Huckleberry?
You're my Huckleberry. Yes.
Welcome to the club.
Oh, jeez.
Welcome to the
I
club.
had no idea.
I've been
No,
telling
no
people
one
how
ever
smart
does.
you are, right?
That's how Tom Sawyer goes.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to really know. You're having fun painting a fence, though, aren't you?
I'm having fun painting the fence.
Shay, paint the fence, would you please?
Yeah.
Okay, so spray it first, dust it with some
No, they're up there.
substrate, then we're gonna put some quartz in there.
That's right. The beast is back. What a perception.
Don't act like that, because he's super smart, so there's nothing beefcakey about it.
No.
Oh, we need
Oh, hi, doggy.
That's right. Now we're back to having some lifts up and we're laughing at each other. That's all we need to do is just laugh at each other. I remember last week I was laughing too much. Too much, Splat.
Too much?
Too much.
Is that possible?
No, I was laughing.
Just know this, as long as they're willing to make tubs, the spawn keeps coming down.
Is it the
Okay.
GT? Is that right?
Are you using GT?
Bingo.
Two
Look at all
GTs
that.
and a GT right here, but that's all. So
Okay. Yep.
that's all.
Yep.
Tab, we love you too.
Get a GT.
Spore asks, is there really any difference between a cube? A cube of what?
Inch or so.
Haley, where are you looking for beans at 3 in the morning?
Perfect.
Is that weird? That's a weird question, right? Oh,
No, it used to be.
Just in case you forgot.
Thank you.
oh God, Tab, hot dog water. I don't want to ever think about hot dog water. That's one of the grossest things in the world, actually, is hot dog water. Ugh.
So say that again. I didn't hear that part.
Oh, they're over here talking about hot dog water, and I'm like trying not to vomit. Gross. Like I love hot dogs too. You know what the dumbest thing? All right, so
Bring it back.
how old was I? I was 25, 26, 25. I was 25 years old. So this is way back in the way back. Brian Griga, it's dinosaur. It doesn't need perlite. It's got all the stuff inside the soil. But 25. I was dared into how many packs of raw hot dogs I could eat. Okay, Tad, I know that Tad, the look on your face is hilarious. Okay.
So now you gotta
And so I was like, well, they were like $1 a piece. Go ahead, Ted. Go ahead. Keep talking. They were like $1 a piece, and so we bought like 20 packs. I was like, I think I can get to 15. And my friends are like, no, you can't. I'm like, yeah, no, I got this. And so we decided to do this. And the unfortunate thing is, we tried to do this within like 20 feet of a dumpster because they figured that I was just going to blow chunks the entire time. And, you know, where best to blow chunks but near a dumpster. And, I mean, that's a good concept, except we're best to want to blow chunks than near a dumpster, especially when you're trying to eat raw hot dogs. And, yikes. I got 4 packs into it, and the rest of the time, I was grateful that there were 16 other packs of hot dogs that we also threw away with everything that I dumped into that dumpster. I did not make it very far, but I had 4 packs of uncooked hot dogs.
Those 4 packs before you let out 4 packs.
You know how it goes, and gross. What's up, chefs? I mean, exception, I'll absolutely be doing Legos if they have a mushroom Lego set. If they have that, that would be great. The food challenge thing, it was just boys being stupid boys. I remember during that time, I also attempted to do the milk challenge twice. Like the first time, didn't solve or prove anything to myself. But yeah, it's actually, by the end of the second time, I was like, I think I'm gonna be really proud of the projectile. I'm gonna see how far I can make it. Because you're gonna projectile vomit. It's so bad, the exception. So bad. So. Man, you guys are gonna have to send me links to these Lego sets you guys are talking about. Alright, let's focus over here.
So it's gonna be like,
I'm gonna be stupid.
what's that?
I'm gonna be stupid.
5 Arby's sandwiches? You couldn't. Could I eat like 5? What are they, like just one? Like Arby 1? Like, that's a good challenge. 5 of those? I could do 5. That's awesome, Aaron. It's going to be a lot of fun. 6 years old is about the time you should start playing with Legos, I'd say.
I have arthritis in my neck and I broke my band yesterday for selling the vegetables. Was it
Ba-da-ba. Hope everyone's enjoying the view over here. Tad's doing another tub.
Number 3.
You're on number 3, bro?
He's got number 3 going. You want 6 from each person, right?
Not each person.
You want 7?
No. You guys are doing great. I actually, if you remember, we do have that one appointment this afternoon. So, you guys, I'm so pleased with the work you're doing. Just amazing.
Exception.
Look at you. Are you making sure you're on the same strain, bro?
GT.
Okay, and
I think that's
how did you do?
yeah.
Did you like it?
How long does the foil stay on, Pops?
What's that?
How long does the foil
I
stay
put it
on?
on for 4 days.
4 days, exception.
Yeah, I put it on for 4 days. So it's still in the 10 days of colonizing.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter which side?
No. Did you moisten the top?
Brian, it's a good paranoia. You should have that. It protects you.
So this is.
Hey, Akon.
Give me a big hug.
Oh, wait, Leland?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Because he remembered that I had an appointment. He just reminded me. Okay. Love you, bro.
Likewise, friend.
Thank you for
Brock,
coming.
always a pleasure.
Hey, did you have some bags to take home with you?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to take them home with you?
No, not at all.
You sure?
man.
You don't want one of these trays?
I'm all set, dude.
No,
Take
come
a
here.
swig.
Here,
You should have gotten in the car already. Just go in the car.
take this
gonna-
home with you.
I'm not taking, I'll see you again soon, cause you gotta get on your gym program.
Listen to this. It's on. You got this recorded.
Alright.
We got this on recording. We got this on recording. Thank you, Lade. Be safe, my friend.
All right, lady.
All right.
Shots fired.
Got him. Busted.
Busted.
That's what everyone's saying now. Busted. Thumbs up on Lade kicking pops in the butt to get to work. You know what I mean?
Harder.
Harder.
I know you work for
What's that?
You work for
Yeah, I haven't given him as many days as I promised him. He's ready. He's right. What are you gonna do? He's impeccable.
He's impeccable. He calls you out.
Impeccable.
Beautiful.
But come on, we're working on it. We're trying.
All right. I'm gonna stop moving the camera. I promise.
I'll do it.
There you are.
Don't you worry about it.
You want me to get more or?
And we'll back up just.
Well, this is the fun part, because guess what? Literally, part of the routine now is every one of these that got emptied the day you made them, by tomorrow, by the end of the day tomorrow, need to be refilled, complete prepped, PC'd, and ready to be inoculated the following day. So however many tubs we made today, we already have that many jars going to continue to make them. And these will be ready in about, well, look at the dates we started these. No, this one, 10/11. And what's today? The 29th, the 30th? Yeah, so it's a 19-day jar. Our average is about 21 days, about 3 weeks to turn a jar around. Yeah. So if I put these in 2 days from now, they'll be ready in 20 days. And we can make another 20 days from now, we can make another however many we made today. And we probably, this is just the stuff that we do here at the lab. Over at the other place, we're cranking out average 10 tubs a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we make 10 tubs a day. And then keep the cycle going. Because we did 10 tubs a day, and our tubs take over there, they take 4 quarts. So we're looking at, we make 40 quarts a day of this to keep the cycle going.
Constant rotation.
Yeah, constant rotation. Okay? What do you guys think? Come on over here. Come on over here. I think you guys did great. I think you guys did really good. What is the YouTube people think?
Hey, you guys want to give some thumbs up? What do you guys think?
What do they think? Do they think we did okay?
I think this is one of our better live feeds, y'all.
The only reason I have to actually cut it short, I have an appointment.
Yeah, we do have a thing.
Called him, I told him.
All right, I'm gonna back up a little. Pops will come back and talk to you for a little bit. I'm gonna.
One second, I'll say goodbye to everybody. So grateful.
All right,
Um,
he'll come back over.
do me a favor, let's just put the empties in this.
I'm gonna show my pretty face and I'm gonna go away. So I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for letting me host this
we'll
and
pick the empties up.
answer some of your questions. So I'm gonna watch these people clean up. I'm gonna give you a little glimpse of my pretty, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.
Hey guys, thank you so much, everybody. The Brock's always got it all crooked. Do more streams later in the day for the West Coast. You like that, Spore Drops? You like that when we do that? You like them when we do this? And I'll tell you what, it's good for the students to know and be, oh, look at you guys going up, bringing it up. Way to go. Beautiful, look at that. Look at that, all done already. Boom, bam. Boom, bam. Like that. I still have to do the pumpkin tech, you guys. I got that stuff ready to go. We'll work on it very soon. Anyways, thank you so much. We do this on purpose. And it's all about love and about learning. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Because if there weren't people here, then we'd stop doing it. So when 2 people show up, we'll keep doing it. Give me there's 23 or so people here. I want 8. Give me 8 people that say, Pops, peace, love, out. Give me an out. MushLab DS. Thank you all. Matthew and Akon and DS and Sporzy and Haley and Matthew and Tab and Akon. Pops, peace, love out. You said it all. Exception, I love you too. Thanks for helping. Joey D and Keith and Brian Grigg and Fred. Oh, Fredo hung in the whole time. And Sheffy jumped in. And they all love Brock. You bet you do. And Jamie and Sport Ops. Pops. Love. Peace. Out. See you guys on the next